888, and today is going to be a doozy, y'all. I had some downloads come in for the collective, and I feel like before we get into the reading itself, we should talk about it. I've been noticing lately that more and more stories have been coming out about how people's envy can overtake them and how envy affects us in the workplace, how it affects us in our relationships, etc. And so something came to me while I was meditating, and I was trying to go within to figure out why some of us may be attracting these type of people, why some of us may be experiencing more people around us that are allowing their envy to overtake them. And I've been doing some research on my own in regards to this topic, trying to learn more from other people with the same experiences and trying to see the data points that correlate. And I've been noticing the same thing. You know, the first thing that came to mind about the purpose behind, envy and jealousy and trying to do sabotage based off of that envy and jealousy. The thing that came to mind was it's a distraction. It's a distraction from your greater purpose. It's a distraction from you staying centered, who you are when you are centered. It's a distraction from your goals that you want to achieve. It's a distraction to the self-perception, that you have. And so I want to touch on some of these points that came to mind during my meditation. Number one, turn problems into production. Number two, turn your pain into power. Number three, turn problems into solutions. And I'm very big on that. I'm a very problem solver type of person. And going back to what I touched on with envy being a distraction or being used as a tool of distraction, that was a big one that came to me. Turn your problems into solutions. Number four, turn frustration into focus. Number five, turn anger into action. And this one I need to be specific about because there could be a negative action and there could be a positive action. We don't want to promote negative action. So what I mean by turn anger into action is into positive action. What can you do to propel yourself forward and progress in life? Because, on one hand, people usually say, you should take it as a compliment that people are jealous of you. You should take it as a sign that you are progressing. And I think that that's a big part of it for a lot of us here on this channel. But turning that anger into positive action towards your goals, towards your life, and towards your own self-development and self-improvement, self-empowerment, I think is the most important one on this list, aside turning problems into solutions. Now, I have two more I want to share with you before we get into this reading. And I felt like it was a topic that needed to be discussed because, again, more and more I see so many people online, that feel the need to be so judgmental and to look down their nose at other people when most of the time, 9 times out of 10, these people have all kinds of skeletons in their closet. They have all kinds of things that they would like to keep hidden about themselves. And then when it comes to people like me that are not afraid to come on camera or not afraid to speak up and speak out about, the things that I may have done that I know I need to change and the things that have been done to me as well. This shines a light on negative people, envious spirits, monitoring spirits have been another topic that I've been seeing a lot more of. So without dragging this out, you guys, because I want to get into this reading and see what's really going on. Number 6, we have turn fear into peace. And in doing so, I feel like the best way to do that, whatever your faith is, if you believe in a higher power, the way to turn that fear into peace is to focus on faith. And not just faith in your higher power, but also faith in yourself. And faith in divine intervention, divine timing. And trusting that. 100%. Number 7, turn a poverty mindset to a prosperous mindset. So those are my top 7 things that came to me during my download. And that last one really struck me, because there are times where even I've been guilty of seeing things in a poverty mindset sort of way. Only focusing on, the envious people around me, or only focusing on the pain of the past, or whatever the case may be. And I realized this is not serving me. Some of you guys can relate to that. And I feel like, the reason why I tell some of my own renditions of certain experiences and the way I see things is because I know my messages are for a certain group of people. People that are willing to do the work. People that are willing to hold themselves accountable. People that are respectful, have morals, have values outside of, money and status. That's people that have dealt with abuse, people that have dealt with, all sorts of attempts to be sabotaged by those that we're closest to. I feel like these experiences, even people that are overcoming addiction, I share my stories on here because I feel like it's important for those going through these things to understand that they're not alone, and to know that there's someone that does understand and can help pull them up if they're willing to be open and receptive to learning from someone else's story, and learning from, just taking that time to listen and being honest enough to self-assess in a way that may sting initially, but in the long run, it's meant to serve a higher purpose of self-development, self-improvement. So, with that said, you guys, I'm going to ask the cards because I know y'all have things to do, and I do too. So let's get into this. Holy Spirit, please give me a Celtic cross of the current energies for all zodiac signs, and the best advice to navigate through these energies. Thank you. Archangel Michael, I ask for your protection before, during, and after this reading. Only divine messages can come through these cards. So already, it's like ask and ye shall receive. It works the same way with these. So presently, we're dealing with people that are quite literally bullies. This is so funny how this is crazy. I'm telling you, like, it never ceases to amaze me how these cards work once you set your intentions and, and you ask God to come through these cards. He works quick, girl. I'm telling you, and already I'm seeing this. There are a lot of people that are trying to start petty arguments. They're trying to betray you. They're trying to cause a loss for you. And at this point, a lot of you may have decided, you know what, I'm not going to entertain this anymore. I'm not going to deal with people that are trying to say all these things behind me, but in my face, they're acting completely different. Somebody is definitely in deep regret for causing some sort of loss, whether that is someone that you're grieving over currently. This could be because, especially with this crow in the back, whatever conflicts you've been dealing with and whatever challenges that you've been dealing with, it is center stage. People are challenging you. And it could be some people that are from the past trying to come back, or maybe you allowed them to come back. Maybe they were apologetic and expressing their regret and guilt behind harming you and, causing pain, betraying you. Even things said in arguments or things done because of an argument, I'm seeing somebody trying to come back to rehash things. And they may have gotten their way in by saying things along the lines of, I've changed. I'm sorry, I regret everything. I was upset, I was this. But then you think back and you look a little bit closer and you see that this person has done nothing but bring you more problems than solutions. And you decided, you know what? Like, these people that are challenging me, I'm going to cut my losses. I also feel like for those of you that are dealing with bullies, I see somebody here that is trying to force you out, or trying to force you to leave, trying to force you to feel sadness and to feel like you don't have anyone in your corner. They're trying to make you feel as though, you always have to look over your shoulder. Some people may have even dealt with outright threats. And with that, I say, get the authorities involved. And that's exactly, instead of me allowing the emotion to overtake me, or allowing other people's insecurities and jealousy to affect, the way I see things, or doing things logically, I said, what would be the best thing for me to do that's most beneficial to me and my future? Reacting emotionally, or calling a spade and cutting my losses? And I'm seeing you guys are cutting your losses. You're making some serious changes in your life right now. And some of you guys could be dealing with loss within the family, or some sort of loss regarding a friendship. Something here that's been causing you to shed literal tears over the years. And now, although you've made some positive changes along the way, people are still trying to bring conflict at your door, basically. They want to cause drama, and it's all petty stuff. Everybody's competing with one another, And at this point, like, if you did get to a point where you were forced to have to walk away from a lot of people here, could be at least 5 people for some of you, you may still be grieving those losses, because let's face it, from a psychology or psychological standpoint, because I'm not a psychology major, I'm not a psychologist, and I don't ever pretend to be, but there are some things that I've learned along the way from people that are in that profession. And I see some cards popping out here as I'm saying this, right? But to wrap it up, I've done my research and listened to people that are in this profession, and some of the things that they break down in regards to people that bully in the workplace, or people that are bullies in general, and how to work around that, how to respond rather than react. Somebody is really just here, just trying to get you to act out of character so they can get you out of the way, so to speak. Again, going back to that jealousy, that is so crazy how that all ties together, because somebody may be owing somebody some money here, or they have a lot of debts that they have racked up. Maybe you were in a roommate situation here and everybody wasn't working together towards the same goal. And you decided, you know what, I'm not going to be dealing with these types of people. I'm not going to collaborate with them. There again, we have 2 women here. So we have this Queen of Wands reversed and this Queen of Cups reversed. So to my women out there, and even to the men that are dealing with women, it isn't just one-sided with these readings, right? But there's somebody that is so jealous that everything that you do, they're just trying to find a way to neg you. That's a new term that I've heard, negging someone. Just being a negative Nancy, always having something negative to say about who you are, or the way you look, or what you're trying to say. It's because they're jealous. And this is so crazy how we touched on this before we even tapped into the cars, girl. That's why it's so important to get acquainted with God, get acquainted with your inner self. Not necessarily listening to everybody else around you. Because people like this, they will say and do anything to upset you and to make you feel insecure, because they themselves are insecure. They themselves are not friendly. They don't have the type of personality that you do. And they're pissed off about it. They're mad that you don't want to work together with them, or that you're not really giving them the time of day. You're taking your cup and you're saying, you know what? No, I'm going to focus on loving myself. But you intuitively know and sense and feel and peep that somebody is hate snooping, hate watching, hate stalking, and somebody has been sipping, or rather guzzling down, gallons upon gallons upon gallons of haterade. And you're getting tired of it. And so it results in a situation where, at first maybe you tried to be friendly with this person and you finally just blew up because they were doing all this petty shit. Telling lies, trying to steal your ideas, trying to steal from you, trying to steal the people around you even. Some of them are like that. Some of you guys could be dealing with a sister or a motherly figure who is like this, who will try to steal your man, who will try to, or maybe they feel like you're trying to steal who they're interested in. But really, if you're anything like me, I've had this happen to me, for example. They think that I'm trying, like they need to compete with me for their man. Honey, I don't want you or your man anywhere in my vicinity. I don't care. And the fact that you're so insecure and think that you have to go out of your way to embrace your inner pick-misha and then try to project upon me as though you're better, or like I ain't shit or something, just because that's how you feel on the inside about you. No, we're not going to do that. And somebody's going to get caught up for doing things behind your back, telling lies, starting arguments. They're going to end up having to face the consequences of that. Because at this point, it's become burdensome dealing with these types of people. This could even be in the workplace if it's not family related. Or it could even be a friendship. Or some of you guys could have been in a relationship with a man that was dealing with a woman on the side. Somebody is very much so giving side chick energy. And, she's just trying to act like she really has it like that. But really, the dude don't care about the main chick or the side chick, because he's lying to both of them. Some of y'all could be dealing with that. And try to pit women against each other just to distract from the fact that he's over here cheating. And so some women out here that are super envious and insecure, they will blame the other woman rather than really showing their anger to the right person, which would be the man. He knows he was in a relationship and he still chose to mess around. It has nothing to do with the other woman. Now, there are cases where women, that are side chicks know what's going on. But then they would both be wrong. But don't put it all on the female, because if your dude, didn't allow that to happen, there would be no side chick, regardless of what she tried, or regardless of whether she knew there was a relationship or not. It is still the guy's responsibility to maintain that level of commitment and loyalty and trustworthiness and you know what I'm saying? Integrity, in order to know, hey, this is wrong. If someone did this to me, I would be devastated. So let me not do this to anyone else. But you have dumb bobble-headed, baby back bitch, beanie weenie eating ass types of females out here that really feel the need to try to show up the next woman just to get some Dusty's attention. And I usually like to call them Dusties, Crusties, and little Musties. But, you apply it to your situation. Whoever this is, I see a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, older male who is very cold. They're overbearing. They like to always impose their will on people or impose their viewpoints on people. They talk over you. They're really verbally abusive. They like to play mind games. They'll gaslight you into thinking something is your fault when really they're in the background doing all of this behind your back. Talking shit behind your back. Trying to control you and control how you see things and control the way that you speak, the way that you eat, what you wear. It's like, no. And all of the things that this type of person may speak about, this King of Swords reversed, it's real petty. It's real minor things. It's things that anybody with an actual life filled with purpose wouldn't be wasting his time doing and talking about. It's just silly things. It's silliness. It's like they're looking for a reason to argue. And that's so funny because before, we had somebody trying to come back from the past and rehash things about things that they may have done to betray you. You know, things that they said and did behind your back to cause pain. Now, the shoe is on the other foot because you decided to move the hell on and do what's best for you. And I feel like somebody is really just, they're not happy about it at all. But that's not your concern. To me, I feel like somebody tried to come in from the past or somebody that you knew and you were like, no, I remember what you did. I know what you did last summer, face ass. Right. Like, I know what you've been saying about me behind my back. I know what you've been doing. Just because I haven't said anything about it doesn't mean I don't know. I feel like that's what some of y'all are saying. And with this, in the near future, somebody is still stuck. They're stuck. They're out of control. They're not moving forward in life. That's why they're either trying to make you come back to them or they themselves are still trying to find their way back in. But they've done too much. They may even be sending other people to you to get your attention or to, make you feel some type of way, and make you go back to them for comfort or to seek comfort from them like you used to. That's not working because you decided to move on with your life. And some of you quite literally moved away physically. Now somebody is stuck out. So if somebody had a car or something to that effect, for some people it may be a situation where somebody's car is stalled. Maybe you guys decided to go back to where, an area where you frequented in the past, or maybe people that used to be in your life back when you stayed in another area. They're trying to come back. And I feel like somebody's really trying to control the narrative. They want everybody to believe that you were the problem, when really everybody is starting to see, because what happened between you and these envious spirits, these monitoring spirits, people are starting to see through their shit too. And they're starting to realize everything that you said about these people was spot on. And now I feel like, the people that were the real culprits, everything that they had said about us is now coming home to roost. It's coming back to bite them in the ass. And the good news is, and I'm going to lay the rest of this out before we get into the good news, because I'm loving what I'm seeing thus far, my love. This is exactly where we need to be. Because you know the truth. And you spoke the truth. And then you decided to sever ties. Never to be heard from again. And you're focused on yourself. You're focused on mastering your craft. You're focusing on, finding people that can help you find whatever resources or connections or people, places, and things that could help you achieve your goals. And people know that you could see right through them. They see that, they feel that, and they can't hide that. Not anymore. The advice, honey, continue to be patient. You have been so strong dealing with all of this mess in the background. And just know that your breakthrough is in on its way. Straight up. Because you made that decision to sever ties with these types of people that only brought you pain, only wanted to cause you grief, always trying to bring you down. The fact that you stood up for what was right and you stood for the truth, even if you stood alone, that is where your victory will come in. But somebody is really stuck out. They're out of control. They're losing control over you. They lost control over you. And they know that. And that's something that they'll never regain again. And that's also something that they know. A lot of you guys are hoping to just say a resounding no to whatever love offers may have been coming your way, or to whatever offers of reconciliation or making amends have come your way. You've decided no. And a lot of you guys may be afraid to say no, because for some of you, this could very well be people that you've held near and dear to your heart for years. But you're starting to realize, I have to love myself more, especially if I want to start attracting the right people into my life. I have to invest in myself. I have to, speak out and speak up when I need to. I need to stand in my truth and align with those who also stand in their truth. And accept the fact that these people that we held near and dear never had our best interests at heart. Now, that's not to say everybody in our lives, but what I'm seeing right here in this reading right here, girl, yeah, somebody has quite literally lost control over you. They see that you see through them and that you see the truth and that you're not afraid to speak the truth. And in you doing so, not only has it exposed what's been going on between you and that person, but it's exposed that person in other areas of their life as well. Because when people start to see and they're connecting the dots and they're like, there's too many people saying the same thing, about this person. Maybe we should look into what's really going on. Why are they spreading vicious, malicious gossip in this way? Why are they doing so much damage control in this way? And then people start to look a little bit deeper and a little bit closer. And with this right here, I'm telling you, there are a lot of angry people. And be careful, you guys. You may be around somebody that likes to drink a lot, or something. It could be a Cancer specifically, or a Pisces or Scorpio. And I also see Leo coming up. So the two males, King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, older male, and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, male, older male. And then we have Leo here. Somebody likes to say things just to hurt your feelings. These type of individuals will even do silent treatment to elicit some sort of emotional response, so then they can then turn it around on you and make it seem like you're crazy. I'm hearing reactive abuse. I'm hearing victim blaming. Reactive abuse is when somebody is knowingly doing things to abuse you, whether it's mental abuse, emotional abuse, verbal abuse, and especially somebody that is emotionally unavailable. Like they will have you thinking that you're the only one type of thing, for an example, but really they got a whole mess of irons in the fire, girl. Okay, he got it lit the hell up. And when you speak up and say, I know what you're doing behind my back, but yet you may not have concrete proof, or I know that you were talking behind my back, and you may not have the full threat, or whatever the case is, people are starting to see, and this person is deciding not to speak to you, or maybe they tried to use that on you for some of you, where you're like, I'm not going to play this game where you don't get your way, so now you're playing silent treatment. Let's just stay silent permanently and just go our separate ways, and I could just focus on my own life instead of having to deal with this little childish shit that's going on here. Let's clarify this, because I feel like a lot of us are deciding we don't want to deal with this type of person. This man, these men here that have come up in this reading, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, and they don't care how it makes you feel. If anything, this is the type of person that enjoys seeing other people in pain. I'm hearing masochist. I'm hearing, sadist is the proper term for somebody that just likes to see others in pain. But masochist, some dudes will put you in a position where you feel like you need to defend yourself, and then it just becomes toxic on both ends. Then it's a masochist. But I'm seeing more of a sadist here. They just want to see other people in pain because they themselves, maybe they're incapable of having any empathy for anyone else. It's very much so giving sociopathy and psychopathy and narcissism, full-blown narcissism, because everyone has narcissistic traits, but it's a spectrum. This person doesn't care about anyone around them. And the people that are co-signing their behavior, that's coming to an end for them. I see this Ten of Pentacles. You are focused on maintaining a firm foundation, building upon that firm foundation to accumulate financial security, financial stability. Most of you could be focused more so on your family, to the healthy family members that have always supported you and had your back. To the family members that did not harm you, knowing that you were innocent, that did not try to make you feel as though you weren't important or weren't deserving of love. We're talking about the family members that actually are working towards the same goals in life. We're talking about the connections with people that we may consider friends or acquaintances that are actively working towards the same goals that we have set for ourselves, that have the same values that we have set for ourselves. That's what we're focusing on. And I see that because you moved on and you're focused on this here, people are not happy about it. They want you to be back in a position where they're able to easily manipulate your emotions and to, make you believe that everything is your fault, when really it's a cover-up. I'm hearing it's a cover-up. And that can apply to so many different things. Whether it is an open case, somebody's trying to cover up something. Somebody's trying to cover up what they've been doing behind the scenes for real. They're trying to cover up who they really are for real. That's what I see. But continue to remain strong and patient, because not feeding into the arguments, because everybody's competing with one another, trying to one-up one another. You may be dealing with people that always have to be like, oh, I have a better house, I have a better car, I have a better this, I have a better that. But their quality of life is complete and utter levels of dumpster fire. High levels of dumpster fire. And I feel like making that decision to not fall for the tricks that they have up their sleeve to pull you into cyclical arguments, or to pull you into, all these different viewpoints that really they probably really don't even believe themselves, just so they can get a reaction out of you, so then they can blame you and be like, see? That's the type of people I feel like we've been dealing with. But because you stood your ground and you're standing your ground and you're focusing on manifesting what it is that you desire, you're utilizing the resources around you to be able to accumulate what it is you need and desire. You're finding and focusing only on the people, places, and things that align with your higher self and your higher purpose and your goals in life. Show me the Four of Cups reversed. I feel like you guys should just say flat out no to somebody. Somebody could be trying to come back for real. They're working overtime to try to pull you back in. to this vicious cycle of over drinking, overindulging in, codependent behaviors. Maybe they may try to put you in a position to where, they're trying to cause loss for you regarding your job. They're trying to cause loss for you regarding your home, just so you would be forced to go back to them. And it's not working for them. It's just simply not working for them. And if you've been contemplating whether you should turn these sorts of individuals down, the answer is a resounding hell yeah, you need to get the hell away from these people. And stay away from them and keep them away from you. And if they decide to go outside of the parameters of what is legal, go ahead and throw the book at them, because, and they can call you a snitch all day long, but why put yourself in a dangerous position where you're not building a paper trail against these people, where you're not documenting what these people have been doing? See, I'm the type of person that documents. I'm the type of person that I will report it so we can get a paper trail going. So we know exactly who's involved, we know exactly what's going on, and we know that it's on paper. There's evidence of this. Running investigations. However and whatever we need to do to make sure that we're maintaining our security, stability, and safety, that's what will be done. And if you guys have been contemplating whether you should do that because maybe this is in regards to people in your family, you don't want to rock the boat, maybe you're fearing that, it'll upset some people in the family. No, you need to go ahead and report them straight up. If they are harming you, if they are actively and have been harming you for years, whether it's emotional, whether it's mental, whether it's physical, or all three. Psychological manipulation, all of that. Consequences need to be dealt. Period. If you feel unsafe, that needs to be reported. Period. It's no time to allow fear to get in the way. Turn that fear into focus. Turn that fear into a force of good, a force of will. And I love how all this is tying together, because now we got the Nine of Pentacles here. Step by step, you are manifesting abundance for yourself, and you're doing it on your own. You're realizing when you involve certain people in your situation, or you try to bring them into your world, you start noticing little things like start happening in your own life, and you're like, oh no, I don't need to be around these people, because it's like just talking to them, just associating with them seems to bring nothing but problems. And they may try to make you think, oh, it's just in your head, or oh, you're insecure, or oh, whatever they try to say, or oh, it's you. No, it's because they don't want you to trust your own mind, your own self. They want you to have to go to them for everything. Whether it's money, whether it's, a place to stay, whether it's validation or approval or guidance or whatever, they want to be your God. It's time to set boundaries and say, hell no. You gotta go. Hit the road, bitch, and don't you bring your ass in no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, bitch, and don't you bring your ass in no more. Okay? That's what I'm feeling like is happening here. Three of Swords. Girl, we ain't got no time for this. See? So somebody is stuck on you, and it could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, male I'm seeing here, that may embody some of the traits that I've already listed here. It may be somebody that is a manager of a company here, or it could be somebody, for the women that have kids, with somebody that embody these sorts of traits. You're deciding you don't want to reunite with this person because it was always imbalanced. It was always you giving, and not getting anything back. It was always an unequally yoked connection, so to speak. And they've been stuck in a rut for a long time. They're feeling it now. They're feeling your absence now. They're feeling all of the emotions that they tried to run from, with all the shisty, janky, flim-flam type of shit that they did in the past to you that resulted in the breakup. For those of you that applies to, yeah, they're starting to feel the heat now. And you may have been the type to always like give in or whatever. Now you're like, no, I'm not doing any of that. No, No, because every time I've done that, it's resulted in me not having anything to show for it. Me wasting my time, effort, energy, love, etc. We're not doing that anymore. That's where we're at. And as I'm saying this, we got the temperance. You're focused on long-term goals, your long-term vision, long-term security, long-term stability, long-term relationships where it's built on a foundation of trust. Where you're working as a team, not where one has to be, the end-all be-all to everything. No. A healthy connection where two adults come together as a team. That's what you want out of life and out of your relationships. And you realize, for some of you, you may have quite literally realized I've been settling for less in so many realms and areas of my life, with the people I chose, with the sorts of workplaces I may have dealt with in the past, with the sorts of things that I was listening to and entertaining. Somebody is quite literally upset because they may have dealt with a breakup where they tried to triangulate you with somebody else, or try to convince you, oh no, I haven't been messing with her, and then you find out they're together after y'all break up because it just all became too much. Then come to find out when that person they decided to choose over you or whatever, if that's the case for some of you. I'm just telling you what I'm getting, y'all. I'm telling you, it's a consistent stream of downloads, y'all. You decided, no, I'm not dealing with that. No, I'm not going to go back to you just because you broke up with that person that you chose over me, or they broke up with you. That has nothing to do with me. You realize your value and your worth, and you're not allowing anybody to push past your boundaries in regards to that. And somebody's upset, like they're dealing with a breakup, they're stuck on you. Somebody's realizing that somebody's still stuck on their ex. All the while they're trying to use, the ex is over here trying to use other people to make their ex jealous. It's like, girl, okay, 4 of Cups reversed. So I feel like you guys are wanting to get more organized. You want to find a healthy balance between work and home, and be able to, continue to have that work-life balance. But I'm seeing there are certain people, if it's in regards to a living situation, if it's in regards to a workplace situation, or even family, there are certain people where you've decided you're just not interested in collaborating with them because they always feel like their viewpoint is better than everyone else's. They're not receptive to other people's perceptions. They're not receptive to other people's right to being an individual and having their own thoughts and beliefs. They just want to impose their own belief systems upon you, and impose the way that they feel and think upon you, and won't allow, themselves to be receptive to your own. And you're like, no, I'm not doing that. No, you got me all the way messed up, girl. Okay, King of Cups reversed. It's like, what possessed you to think that you have this authority over me when we're both grown? That's what I'm sensing and hearing. Y'all drop it in the comments, because as I go do these readings, I just see, and it's crazy. Tell me why the King of Swords reverse came back out again. Somebody is mad. Like, somebody is mad that you blocked him because you saw through what they were doing. They were trying to keep you guessing, staying silent. They wanted you to feel some type of way. And you decided, no, you dipped. For some of y'all quite literally dipped. Or you noticed that somebody else was very flighty. Like, whenever there was a conversation to be had about something that was, maybe not showing them in the best light, and you were trying to express to them, hey, when you say and do these things, this is not okay. I'm not going to accept that. Now all of a sudden somebody is being childish and immature towards you because they're mad because their tactics aren't working. They're mad because you didn't fall for the okie doke. You didn't fall for their ruse. You didn't fall for their lies. Now somebody's over here frustrated. Now somebody sees, oh, I thought that this person was only focused on me. But come to find out they had, like I said earlier, too many irons in the fire. It's like, why lie though? Why pretend that you want to be with somebody when you know damn well And that other person that you lying to knows most of the time that you're full of shit. Why even do that though? Like, who sits around doing that? Did that make you any money? Did that improve your quality of life at all? Did that? But again, some people like to see people down and out over them. It makes them feel better. It makes them feel powerful to be able to say something to affect you. So I'm hearing somebody talking about somebody's weight. Mind you, this person is more than likely interested in you and expressed interest in you, and then turned around when you weren't falling for their shit or you called them out on their shit. Now all of a sudden you're this or you're that, or your weight this, or your looks this, or you're some even stoop to doing race. It's like, oh my God, that's the best you can do. You need to be finding some hobbies to get involved in. You need to be finding some purpose in life instead of doing this just lower level immature bullshit. Somebody is trying to make you feel insecure. Because if they feel like if they make you insecure or make you feel insecure, that it'll make you think that you'll never be able to find better. It'll make you believe, they're trying to make you believe that you don't deserve better. But that inner work that's been being done, I'm telling you, continue to do that. Continue to stay out of the way of all of these people trying to throw, all these jabs at you. Because I see it's a group of bullies, straight up. They're quite literally bullies. And then when you call them out on their bullying, then they'll try to turn it around on you and act like you're the problem for reacting. Again, going back to that reactive abuse. And then they have their enablers around them, i.e., quote unquote, flying monkeys for the full-blown narcissists that you guys may be dealing with. For those that applies to, yeah, they're co-signing their bullshit. And, then they start working on the abuser's behalf to try to convince you that, you shouldn't, you shouldn't react like that. You shouldn't, they're only human. No. They're telling you that you're wrong for your reaction to the abuse. No, that is reactive abuse. They knowingly do things that they know are abusive and then try to blame you for reacting, which always baffles me, because it's like, if there was no abuse there, there'd be nothing to react to. So therefore, that solution to said problem would then be to stop the abuse. The reaction wouldn't be there without it. So no. And again, we already said all that. And I don't think that they were expecting that. I don't think that they were expecting you to walk away and choose yourself and be confident within yourself and sure of yourself and your decisions and your boundaries, because maybe before they were able to manipulate you. Yeah, if something's not working anymore, somebody is definitely getting caught up, because we saw that Seven of Swords reversed. Guys, keep to yourself. Seek solace in solitude, because people are going to try to come back, or people are going to try to pull that I'm sorry card just to go back to doing the same shit they were doing before. I also see that whoever has done illegal things or is doing illegal things, I'm hearing drug dealer. I'm hearing somebody that is doing them, hanging around people like this, and I'm not judging. Been there, done that. But focusing on my sobriety, I've noticed that certain people that I used to party with back in the day, these people are still stuck mentally. There's no reason for me to be around them. Now I'm different. They see that I'm different. And I'm not dealing with, being treated any less than I deserve. And I wasn't like that before. I was easily quick to, blame myself and all that. Not anymore. Now all of a sudden there's a problem. Well, my solution to that problem is removing the bullshit. And once they've been removed, it's like everything is starting to hit them right front and center. Whoever's been doing anything illegal, especially to the stalkers out there, especially to people that have been doing underhanded things behind your back, whatever they caused you to lose, that's coming back home to roost, straight up. You know that somebody they don't have integrity. They're not being honest. I'm hearing somebody is sponsored. And most of the people I've noticed that are sponsored, not all, but most of the people I notice are sponsored, they do that little jigaboo tap dance and stuff. They do. They do this thing where they'll talk down about their own people. They'll do this thing where, they'll take the sponsorship just to do drama content, which, hey, I'm not knocking anybody's hustle, but don't then turn around and act like you are, innocent when we all know what's up. And they didn't think that you knew. They're quite literally lying. They've been lying. And people subconsciously know, especially you. Especially to those of you that have been developing your intuition. Show me the Chariot reversed. Yep, so your ships will definitely come in, you guys. Your ships will come in because I see this Knave of Pentacles here. And that Three of Wands. The seeds that you planted thus far, as long as you keep to yourself and focus on your vision and keeping your eyes on the prize and removing any and everybody that doesn't have your best interest at heart, they're not being supportive, and continue to focus on getting the bag, get the bag, girl. Because I see a lot of abundance manifesting. You're starting to see the seeds that you planted grow. It's just taking a little bit more time. Again, with that divine timing comment that we made earlier. I love how this all ties together. But yeah, these people are just trying to tear you down because they want you to lose, because they're losing. And you want to know why they're losing? It's because they are losers. They're actively choosing not to make the proper and necessary changes to better themselves. That's their fault. You see how that works? You see how they be trying to blame you when really nobody told them to do these things in the first place? Nobody told them to get online or to go behind your back and start talking shit and start spreading actual full-blown certified lies. And then wonder why the karma or that backfired on them. Some people are too old not to know this shit. I don't feel sorry for them. Five of Swords. Yep, so you confess something in regards to something within the family or something within your immediate environment. There's definitely an older woman that you guys are dealing with that is very jealous. She's not friendly because she's jealous of you. They see that you are open with your emotions. They see that you are very artistic and you're creative and you have gifts and abilities. You're very loving. And here you are, trying to be open and welcoming and, compassionate. And you have this older woman here who is just jealous. She's very jealous. She sees that you're emotionally in tune with yourself. You're not afraid to speak up about the truth. She knows that she hasn't done so. She knows that, whoever this older jealous woman is, she knows that she's not shit. She knows that she's really been trying to hide the truth for years, and you finally just confessed everything about this woman, and she is just completely unhinged. She's not feeling it. She's not happy that she's getting called out, but she was happy abusing you and treating you like crap for however long that may apply to some of you. You finally just decided, no, enough is enough. Five of Cups. Yep, it could have been somebody that you considered a friend. For some of you, you guys could have dealt with a guy that slept with your best friend or slept with someone in your family for more extreme cases. I'm sorry, but that just came through. And, you're looking at your family, you're looking at the person that they cheated. It's like, you too? Like, y'all all knew and said and did nothing, but y'all have been actively at the same time trying to make it seem like it was me? Oh, no. No, no, no. I'm seeing so many good things develop with this Ace of Pentacles. I love it. She's walking away. Like I said, you walked away. You focused on finding a new home. You focused on, for those of you that found new work, new ways to make money. Somebody is definitely dealing with a divorce where they caught their husband cheating, or they caught their husband doing something that they shouldn't have been doing involving a child. In most extreme cases, and a trigger warning. I apologize, but honey, as it's coming, I'm going with it because I know that that's how it needs to be done. We're not going to be candy coating and doing any of that, and I do apologize for those that may be dealing with that. But this is getting deep for real, and it's resulting in a divorce. Y'all found out about some side chick or something going on, or maybe somebody had a kid on the way, for in most extreme cases. But again, new you, new do, new boo, everything. That's where the magic lies. That's the sweet spot. But for right now, be patient, because there are still some things that need to play out before everything is all the way out in the wash. Show me this Ace of Swords. Some of you guys could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius older woman with that jealous woman here. Could be a motherly figure. Guys, oh my God. So as I'm putting down the cards that came out to clarify that Ace of Swords, I look at the bottom of the deck, and this is what we have. Let me see if I could do a cute thumbnail. I like that. Okay, so now that we got our little thumbnail, girl. Okay. This is something that I just love to see. You guys, the more that you continue to focus on your work and focus on what you've been working towards in life, I see that you will find what you're looking for when you go out and meet the right people. And I see this Empress where, you know, you're able to manifest all of this abundance. 10 of Pentacles coming back out again. 9 of Pentacles. It came out 3 times. Both these cards came out 3 times. That should tell you something. So your money is no longer funny. And somebody wanted to keep you broke, busted, and disgusted, but you said, oh, hell no. We're gonna find a way through this, and we're going to find our way towards success. And it could be through something artistic. It could be through something that is creative. You know, it could be singing, dancing, painting, tattoos, whatever the case may be. But like I said, this is so crazy. So these cards that were clarifying the Ace of Swords, these stalkers, they're going to get caught up. They're going to get some bad news. These people are stalking your social media hard. And they are so bitter because you're happier without them. Which then would denote that they were the problem and you found your solution by removing them. So, I don't want this to be too much longer than it already is. But guys, keep going. Stay out of the way. Don't let these people bring you down. And don't let them bully you. If there's something that you need to speak up about, do so. But do it in the right way. Make sure that you're reporting them. Make sure that you are documenting everything and getting it on paper. So that way you can refer back to things. Get you some screenshots. I'm the screenshot queen. Okay? So do what you need to do. But just keep going, because you're just getting better and better. You're aging like fine wine, honey. And if they hate to see it, let them hate it, girl. And guys, let them hate. So what? Don't let them stop you. Don't let them distract you. Because really, they just envy you. But that is all I have for you guys. Guys, drop it in the comments below what resonated with you. And until next time, stay blessed, not stressed. Peace and love.